Hello there, I'm back. Okay, so I have a big haul. Well, well, it is a big haul, I guess you could say. Um, so I think I told you guys in my last video when I did shared the stamps that I purchased that I was waiting on some things to come in, and they have come in. I actually had two orders, and what they are is a purchase of watercolors. And I do have a very large set of watercolors right now from Daniel Smith that I bought from a D-stash from our crafty friend Aya. If you don't watch her videos, she's kind of changed her focus a little bit on her videos from, card making to watercolor mixed media. She's always been into that. So if you don't follow her already, check her out. But she shared some watercolors that she had purchased, and I had been thinking about them ever since. Um, and I'm kind of one of those all-in sort of people. So I know that I want to get better at doing watercolor. I've actually got a bunch of classes that I've purchased and not they're online classes that I have recordings for. And I've done some watercoloring in person with some, in-person teachers. Just kind of, you know, learning pretty much. So I went all in because there was a sale on the brand that I purchased. And actually, they had a sale up to August 1st. I don't know how long it was on for, but they had a really good sale on the Gallo watercolors. And Gallo is an Italian brand. They're handmade watercolors in Italy. They are artist grade watercolors. I am not that serious about watercoloring, but I do enjoy craft supplies. So, as you guys know, if you've watched me for any length of time, you know that I have many, many different art supplies, and this only is going to add to my stash. But because I want to say I'm lucky. It's not luck; it's hard work. I have a job that helps me to support my craft hobby and interests in all kinds of things. I also have a husband that supports it as well because he himself is an artist as well. It helps, right? So when I saw these go on sale, I did a comparison if I had ordered directly from A Gallo in Italy. They're in the town of Assisi, if you guys know where that is or what that is. They hand make their watercolors, and Jackson's Art Supplies in the UK had a really nice sale on their sets and their individual paints. So I had two orders. I first ordered the half pans in the sets, and then I had some time to actually figure out what I didn't have from the sets order and what I needed, and then ordered the rest in a second order. Funny enough, and this is just so you guys are aware, if you ever order from Jackson's in the UK to the United States, they present you shipping options. And my first order, I didn't get an option. It was just FedEx International. And so FedEx, they ship through FedEx. But my first order came today after my second order, which came yesterday. And yesterday's order, the second order was placed five days after, I believe, my first order, which is interesting. So the second order was delivered by DHL, and I had chosen the DHL option that time because they gave me options who I wanted to deliver. I just thought, okay, let me just try out DHL. Well, DHL delivered. They've shipped. It got here in like three days, which is unbelievable, because you have to clear customs. My first order got held up in customs for some toxic substance certification, which should pass because watercolors are not exempt, but they're covered. So FedEx wanted me to fill out a form and send it back. I had to do all that in order for that to get released from customs, which is why there was a delay through the FedEx side. DHL did not have that. They didn't send me any notification about it, and they got here quickly. So just so you know, there's different international options when you order from Jackson's Art Supplies in the UK, and they had great prices. I did some research as well before I even placed my order, and a lot of people were saying, yeah, they're very quick to the United States. But just so you know, the two different shippers had different, ship times, obviously, even though it was international and it was one, it was FedEx Express. It wasn't even like, your regular FedEx. So I'm going to share with you what I ordered. It should be no surprise that at the end there's a point to the whole thing, right? So I went ahead and ordered 2 very large sets and a smaller 12 pack. So I haven't opened these yet. This isn't how it came packaged. It was actually wrapped in a brown paper as well. All of these were wrapped in brown paper, and I unwrapped it so you wouldn't have to hear me do that. And then you can see that they are also wrapped in plastic, which is good because it has been raining cats and dogs here in North Carolina for the last 3 days, I would say. And if they had left this package on the stoop, the rain would have gotten to the box itself because it was in a paper box. So the fact that these are wrapped in plastic is really good because I don't think that the packaging would have made it had that not been the case. So this first set is the Naturale set. Naturale? I don't know how you pronounce it. And I'm not specifically interested in doing, say, landscape watercolor. I do whatever I feel like doing. And here's a card. And for those of you who are not familiar with a Gallo, this is the natural tones because of the set that I purchased. Our handcrafted honey watercolors are made from the highest quality earth, mineral, and plant-based pigments. So they use Arabic gum for their binder, as well as rosemary essential oil, so you get that scent too. So you can see it's wrapped in this really pretty paper. I'm going to use this paper, by the way, because I'm a crafter and scraps, right? This would be lovely for some projects. So it's wrapped in this paper, and then this is the pan, and it's a pan of 36. And I don't actually use this type of palette. I will show you my palette at the end if you've never seen it. So they include the swatch card for you, already printed. And this is actually, I believe this is Arches Watercolor Cold Press, which is 100% cotton paper. So these are all of the colors inside of this particular set of 36. Now, I do know that I have doubles between the two sets that I bought. And these are the 36 sort of natural colored watercolors I get. Now, the other thing too is that a Gallo, unlike a lot of other places, this is actual watercolor paper here on this wrapper. And this is watercolored from the pigment. So you're actually seeing the true pigment colors here on this paper. So if I wanted to, I could order my palettes without having to do the swatch myself. So you can see these colors that are included in this set. And there's 11 duplicates between this set and the bigger set that I bought. I know because I found somebody on YouTube that listed her whole set. She owns the whole set as well. And she listed the different ones that she purchased because she did a custom order from a Gallo. This tin comes with a size 0 round brush. Excuse me. And that's included in your, it's very light in your actual packaging. So I will probably, when I set my palette up, I'm going to take them out. Not probably. I know I'm going to take them out of this case, and I'll just keep the case in with my other ones that I've taken out. So that's the 36 set. I'll show you the 48 set that I purchased. I should probably have kept that open so you can see it, the difference. and then you would know some of what I did. My craziness really has no bounds. Sorry. There's a little card in here. Okay, so 48 collection. Okay, interesting. And then this again, it comes with this stamped bag, and this is their logo on here. I forgot what kind of tree that is, but it is. Maybe it's the tree that the gum Arabic actually comes from. I forgot the name of it. So you can see this one has a different wrapping on it from the 36. There's 36 set. This is a 48, so it's slightly bigger. And I do have a palette this size already, but again, I don't use it because I like all my watercolors together, one big happy family. So again, here is another swatch chart for the 48 set. It has all of the pre-printed, and you can do your swatching here if you want. I don't know if I'll ever use this. So there's another, don't swallow that. Okay, so you can see there's some brighter colors in here. Okay, I'm going to open up the other palette again so you can see it together on the camera, hopefully. So while this one is like your natural set, you do have some of those in here. But then you have some brighter colors. Look at these. Oh, so pretty. And the other thing they have done is, and I won't show you specifically because I'll have to pop that out, but it's easy to do it. On the actual half pan, they've already written the name of the color, the name of the the name of the color on the actual half pan, I believe. Some of them will have the pigments as well, which are on here. This is PR 233. So that's another thing that's kind of nice that they've already sort of done for you. And from what I've seen and read about this company, their half pans are really full. They're not like, you know how sometimes you'll get a half pan if you make it yourself. It'll have like a little depression in it. It's not full all the way to the top. Theirs are full all the way to the top from what I've seen. So that's kind of nice. They're not skimping on product that they're sending you. These are not cheap. They are not cheap, but the fact that I got them on sale makes me happy. I probably saved between ordering the set's regular price from Gallo and then ordering, oh, why can't I do this? Ordering them from Jackson's on sale. I think I saved a little bit over $100 if I had just ordered directly from Gallo, because they had them at whatever the regular price was. So the fact that they were having a sale made me jump and spurred me into action. And so I purchased the entire set of colors minus one. And there's a story there. This set, so they have 110 regular watercolors. And this set is not a regular set. This is the iridescent set. So I even purchased the iridescent ones. And there's 12 of those. And you can see it's again packaged in a pretty tissue paper. Then a nice paper here. This is nice weight paper, by the way. This is like probably 300 GSM, 140 pounds, maybe thicker than that. It's really nice. So you know I'm using that. So here are the iridescent colors. And again, you get the choking hazard warning. This set has, again, another card in it, and you've got the iridescent names printed on it. I do have some iridescents in the Daniel Smith line, as well as student grade from Prima. Well, I don't know if that's student grade, probably crafter grade. And this one comes with a folding brush, a travel brush, which is, again, very nice. I think is it twist? Okay. So you can see what kind of brush this is. This is a number 6. and I have 2 zeros. Are those zeros? No. Yeah, 0. So this one is slightly bigger. You can see it. So this is really nice to have. You have a travel brush. It's got that stiffener in it. So you just have to wash that out. I'm not going to do a swatching of this. The reason I'm not going to is because there are so many videos on YouTube where people swatch it. So if you're looking for a swatching of a Gallo watercolors, do a search on YouTube. You'll find it. I don't know how well the light is picking up. I've got like three lights on here. Can you see the iridescence on the wrappers? This is the actual watercolor painted on here, so it should be true to color, except if your monitor or whatever is different. So I can see it through my phone, and hopefully you're seeing it as well. But these are the 12 iridescent colors that they have. Some people don't ever use these. I just had to have them because, you know, fear of missing out. Okay, actually, let me just leave that open right here, and then you guys can ooh and ah. I don't know if I can show you that. Like that. Okay. I did my best. Okay, so the last thing in my first order, which, you know, was my craze, was me ordering the dot card because I thought, oh, well, if I'm just ordering these 3 sets, then I don't have them all and I want to know what colors I want to buy. So let me order the dot card set. Well, the dot cards that Jackson's Art carries, I think is the older version. It's 81. I'm not sure. I didn't count them. Oh yeah, it says 80 over 80 colors. And it actually gives you light fast information on here. I think it doesn't matter to me because I'm a crafter, but if you're selling your work, you want, you know, light fast ratings for all the colors that you have. I'm not planning on selling any of my masterworks. I'm saying that, you know, sarcastically. Masterworks. So it has, you know, that information here on the card and with the pigment that you're choosing. So I think this is a dot card that has 80 colors. One of the things I do not have, and I know I'm missing one pan, and the color I know I'm missing because I counted. See, these are in sleeves, so it's kind of nice. They protected it. So this is actual paint on the swatch card. You just have to activate it with some water. The color that I do not have in my collection, now that all the orders have arrived, is bronze. And I don't know why, but Jackson's didn't have it listed on their website. But if you go over to A. Gallo's website, you can find it. And as you guys probably know, bronze is an orangey brown color. So do I feel like I'm missing something? A little bit, but at the same time, I don't feel like I have to have it either. Simply because of the color that it is and my tendency for what I usually will craft with. It's somewhere in this range, like in here, from what I could tell. So my second order came in before the first one did. Okay, and it was an order of half pans. You can see here, this is how they deliver their half pans if you order half pans. It's in a plastic. Again, you have a very big swatch card that's on watercolor paper. It is also wrapped in this little wrapper here, like the others, in watercolor paper with the pigment information on it. And it's also on the back of the card. So I will say that I did have to order one that was not a half pan. This is actually a full pan. They were out of stock of the half pans of this color, and I couldn't just leave it because blue is my favorite color. Any color of blue. But look at this color. Look how beautiful that is. Like, okay. Of course I was going to order that. And it's phthalo blue. That's what this one is. The other color that I had to order differently is the Pyroline Green. I had to order a tube because, again, they were out of stock of both the half pan and the full pan. So I got a tube. It's a 10 milliliter tube. Now, I think I saved, because all of these were on sale for the half pan order. These run different prices depending on the pigment. It was anywhere between a dollar or two off of the price because they were on sale. And I know the sale is over, but I'm telling you this because that's the reason why I went ahead and placed my huge orders of all the colors, because they were on sale and I didn't know when another sale would come in. So yeah, I treated myself and ordered all the colors except for bronze. So I actually have 2 boxes. This was my second order from DHL, delivered by DHL. So you can see I'll have, I'll be having some swatching fun at some point and organizing. And let me show you my watercolor palette. 1 second. Okay, so this is my watercolor palette. I know this is a box of Caran d'Ache Pablo color pencils. That's not what's in it. It's my watercolors from Daniel Smith and from Prima, and some other ones, other brands. So years ago, I did a video on this. I decided that I'm one of those people that has to see them all together because I have choices, right? I'd like to have choices. Some people get freaked out when you have too many choices. I understand it's like a menu. If you have too many things on the menu, you don't know what to order. Okay, well, this is what I did. So this Pablo tin is for 120 pencils, which means that there are trays inside. And it's a hinged lid, so the lid always stays on. And so there's a tray on the top that I've organized with magnets on the bottom. Actually, these two don't have magnets. Most of these have magnets, which is why they don't slide around. You can see which don't. I need to work on that. I must have gotten some new colors in here and then didn't put magnets on them. But these are on magnets for most of them, and they're, you can see how they're close together. But I organized them on my color chart that I originally did. I'm going to have to redo my color chart because I'm going to move colors around. And I believe I wrote, see, that one has a magnet on the bottom. And it's a sticky magnet you can use for photos or business cards. Okay, so I put a sticker on here. Where did I get the sticker from? This was probably on the packaging of the watercolor that I got. Symphony Blue Pearlescent Watercolor Paint. PR C425. I don't know. Did I buy? I don't remember buying an additional set, but oh, yeah, this is another pearlescent one. So I have some pearlescent ones in here. But I know the Daniel Smith ones, for example, I wrote the pigments on the sides. This is Daniel Smith. This is Phthalo Blue. So I'll be able to compare this Phthalo Blue to the other one I just got. Got an empty pan in here just to keep everything straight. But you can see what I did. So this is a tray that's in there. There's another tray in the bottom, which is the beauty of this particular box. And I even have brushes that are rolling around in the bottom too. And you can see this is not full. Oh, there's more pearlescents here. Where is this from? Got 3 pearlescents here. I don't know what set those are from now. I'll have to remember that. I think these are Ganzai Tambi, I think. Yellow Gold 903. And it came off the magnet because these have this weird lip on the bottom for the magnet. So these are all gold colors. These are more Daniel Smith ones here that I put in pans and did not put in the order on the other thing. So I have room here. I don't know exactly how many will fit in the space that's left here, but I definitely need to reorganize. These are all the blacks and grays. And you can see I have these are the Prima ones. I think I might take them out. I'm not sure. Depends on if I can fit them all in here. I don't know. But that's a purple, I can tell, and it's pearlescent. But see, these are some of the brushes that I use inside the tin. So I'm going to try and put them in here if they'll all fit. Because it's 121 colors. And if not, I did buy another tin. I found a store on Etsy that sells this type of container, but it's just one layer. You don't have the two in it. You just have one layer, and it fits 175 colors. So I could fit the whole collection inside that one tin because it is such a big container. I did that on purpose. And I could also fit brushes in there too. I don't plan on traveling with these, but if I ever did, I'd probably put something inside and or around it to protect it so things don't shift around. Because you'd hate to drop something like this, right? Everything would just go crazy. So anyway, that is my palette. That's my haul. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm so excited to play more. I've just been feeling a little bit like I needed to pick me up and something to get me interested. And I've been watching different artists. And I've always wanted to get better at watercoloring. So hopefully I will do more of that and take more of the classes that I do have or have purchased, because I haven't done that either. But anyway, that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed the haul, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.